Hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday from the 43rd IMCA Super Nationals, fueled by Casey's. And welcome into the JE Pistons Manly Performance Studio. I'm Blake Walker. He's Ben Deathridge. It is a sunnier day. We started out a little bit rainy, had a couple of morning showers work through the Boone area. That's why we're starting just a little bit later. Jet dryers were on the racetrack, Ben. But it is a great day of racing ahead of us. It's our biggest day of racing because this is the most cars we're going to see today.
It's been mythical proportions for this year's Speedway Motors IMCA Super Nationals, fueled by Casey's. That mythical Lake Boone made a little bit of an emergence on Sunday, and the legendary and mythical jet blowers coming out. And yes, as you said, busy day of racing. Friesen Performance IMCA Modified Sunoco IMCA Stock Cars is the first time for Super Nationals proper that we've seen them. We've also got some LCQs for the Sunoco IMCA Hobby Stocks and Carl Chevrolet IMC Northern Sport Mods. They're LCQs. This is definitely do or die time to try and fill positions 25 through 30.
We had a busy day yesterday. We rolled right on through. Let's go into our Sport Compact Dance, which we had last night. Here's the highlights.
Getting ready to crown a champion in your compacts. Twin greens are waving in. Here we go. It's dancing time for the 4 cylinders of Fury. It's half the cylinders. Right, red flag. Big crash on the front straightaway. We are already to the red flag. Down the front straightaway, they'll work. Come on down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be right there. Johnny Thomas on the bottom. Working there to the race lead. Up and stump on down into turn number 3 and 4. Jake Benishek in there with some right side romance.
Top side trying to run down Thomas for the race lead. Good run off the top of that turn. And Richard's going to take the lead going into 3. Brandon Rue right there as well on the top side.
Chandler around the outside. Now he's going to dive to the bottom to turn number 3.
Chandler going to work to low side of Richards now over in turns 3 and 4, side by side for the race lead.
Chandler slowing. Try to get a look there. Yes, right rear tire is down. Right rear tire down on the 1 car. He says,
Hi, honey.
Hey, babe, how you doing? I got this. I'll bring us home to money. Just hang tight back there. The end of turn 3 and off of turn 4, year 2025. Sport Compact Super Nationals champion, Dylan Richards. Out of the car, Dylan Richards.
Man, that burnt orange, she was fast. Could just go anywhere he pleased. Come on, Boone, put your hands together. Your Sport Compact champion is Dylan Richards. Mate, it wasn't easy early. The 1 car, Brad was giving you plenty to think about early.
Yeah, you know, I seen him down there. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't see my crew guys up there. I couldn't turn right far enough to look at them, but I just knew I had to stay above that hole up there, and I've been fast up there all week long with my hobby and this thing, and man, this thing was fast.
The kind of stuff you and I would do, Jerry.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, where's the key?
There's no judgment here from me at all.
I want to know why he took the key out.
Well, someone was going to steal it.
In Victory Lane?
That was, yeah, still like, it's like a golf cart. You don't leave a key in a golf cart.
Definitely don't leave your key in the golf cart here.
Absolutely incredible stuff. As you can see, the track drying crew still out there with the jet dryer. It's actually kind of amazing, the technology that runs through that whole thing. But the keys of Victory Lane, my goodness, I've never seen something like that before, Ben.
Sure.
Have you?
The key to Victory Lane was somehow losing them, and they ended up finding it out in the dirt, I believe, is what they said.
Gosh.
But super cool, though. Dylan Richards getting his first Sport Compact Super Nationals. He's not done yet. He's going to be in the big dance later on Saturday for the Sunoco IMC Hobby Stocks. He's another cool fact, 2017 national champion in the Sport Compact division. His wife, Kaylee, winning last year, as well as the Lady Eagle. So pretty notable, and interesting that he lapped his wife on the last lap too.
But still, the celebration in victory lane, that's always what we love to see.
Absolutely. They're happy for each other, and definitely a strong run, and the Cruiser painting number 24R just was on rails from out of the box to the drop of the checkered flag.
We also had a couple hobby stock A-mains last night. A-main number 1. Here's the highlights from our hobby stock A-main last night.
Up on your feet, here we go. 25 laps for the grade 8 for the middle row.
It'll be Coy Vanderwilt leading a great start for the 55 start on the pole. Quickly slid to the top side. He'll lead him off of turn number 2, the 91.
Quick tonight, she ain't gonna be
Oh, look out, trouble in 3 and 4.
Oh, mama, hang on.
Oh, man.
Oh, yellow's out, yellow, 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 yellow. Ooh, troubles down the front straightaway. We got crashing and bashing and brisket nachos spread all over the front straightaway. Instant balloon. Oh, look
trouble.
out. Keith Berg's around.
Oh, he's gonna pile him up.
Got him stacked up, cracked up. Or Coy Vanderwilt going to come to checkers and the win. Austin Johns, followed by Dustin Falloon, Dylan Bell, Bradley Graham, Cody Williams, Hunter Farrell, and Joel McGee.
Really fun racing for Coy Vanderwilt, and obviously for him, pride of Linville, obviously close to my hometown of Grinnell, but really strong run for him, and that's got to build confidence here as the days go on.
Yeah, the Vanderwilt Auto Repair, Brian Vanderwilt Powertrains 55X has been really fast all year long, and was one of those drivers that I was looking a close eye on Monday of, man, is he going to punch his ticket on night number 1? But their qualifying format was pretty tough, with just the heat race winner getting directly into the qualifier, taking the top 8. But taking care of business, right? He's going to roll from the pole at the end of the middle row.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. But wait, there's more. We had one more hobby stock A-main last night. Here's the highlights from that one.
Nice and easy. Green flag is out. Here we go for 25 laps. Oh, Braden Gifford up over the top of turn number 3.
Olmsted looking for racing room to the inside while they battle. Lunenburg to the top side. Blake Lunenburg, your new race leader. Can he win the ROC and roll from the outside pole of the dance on Saturday night? We will find out in 2 short laps. Green flag is high to the air.
Olmsted and Nielsen are going to pound each other on the bottom. That is going to give Blake Lunenburg a big run to the outside. Down the back straightaway, Lunenburg's right there. It's working. Down into turn number 3, Lunenburg up top. Oh, he drove it over the top just a little too far. It'll be Brandon Nielsen, Zach Olmsted, Blake Lunenburg, Justin Frederick, Corey Probst.
Unbelievable racing. Brandon Nielsen gets the victory. Really, that's one of the best races that we've seen, just kind of all out. And, you know, you see one race go, next race up, you kind of learn a lot from that first race.
Yeah, Brandon Nielsen with that beautiful salute to Veterans Tour wrap, tributing the Blue Angels that says pilot on the top. And
awesome.
He was a jet fighter. He was a jet fighter last night in the Krone Electric Nielsen Farms T8, and he's a tough competitor at places at Kossuth County in Algona, as well as Britt's Hancock County Speedway. He's just been sensational there, and to have that success parlay that he's had for 2025 parlay into Super Nationals, it's always a good thing when you're able to win a qualifier, especially in the Sunoco IMCA Hobby Stocks.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a hobby stock dance coming up tonight, and obviously the starting grid is quite important. Everybody starts looking at it. We have the starting grid here. Ben, take us through what kind of stands out to you.
So they're going to dance on Saturday. We're going to have LCQs to fill in P25 through 26. But yeah, Dylan Nelson, who won on Monday, the Dynamic Driveline Southwest Iowa Electric number 13 in, will be paired up with the aforementioned Coy Vanderwilt and Brandon Nielsen. Going to row 2, Dvorak Construction, Virginia Gay Hospital and Clinics. 52 of Joran Fisher is going to be paired up with the Johns Farms Lockery Repair 32J of Austin Johns and Zach Olmsted in the Runza and Kozad and Gothenburg. Number 98Z from Nebraska will start outside of the second row. Dylan Richards, we talked about winning that Sport Compact dance. The Cruiser Painting Fester's Bait and Tackle 24R is going to start in position number 7. Dustin Falloon from Tame in the Precision Towing and Services number 51X, and Blake Lunenberg will be to his outside in the DeGroot Repair Waymore Transportation 16X is going to start in position 9. Former Super Nationals winner Andrew Berg got it done in 2016. The Finish Line Auto Body Aero Race Wheels 78B will start in position number 10. Dylan Bell, representing the state of Kansas, the Chubby Chassis Schween Racing Engines 31, is going to start 11th, and 12th will be Justin Frederick in the Schmillen Construction Peters Farms number 83X. Squishy Solomon Bennett, Minburn Metal Fab, VIP Contractors will be on the 5th row inside. In the middle, Cody Williams, S&M Repair, Velocity USA 77W podium last year at this event, and Adam Hansel in the middle of nowhere. Cafe and Bar. He's out of Atlantic. That's an interesting sponsor.
I was gonna say.
for the 7H, and then to fill everything out, you got Eric Stanton in the 7B, Hunter Farrell, who's definitely a young sensational talent coming up through the Sunoco IMCA Hobby Stock ranks. That'll be the middle of row 6. Then Briar Kriegel to his outside. Nathan Ballard, defending champion in the 29 in the Castle Motors Peter Zelka Dirt Works, number 29 in from Marengo, is going to be on the 7th row inside. Joel McGee, the Toy Scout, who on MRP, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, but spends a lot of time in Sioux City, Iowa.
In the night,
he's going to be
man.
There you go, the
Florida man,
the Floor Iowan, and then you got Joe Wallenhop to the outside. That's row 7, and then row 8, Colin Hine, Mitchell McNeil, and Rusty Bates. Something interesting though, last night, 2 drivers in Q2 and Q3, they finished 5th. Bradley Graham and your reigning national champion Corey Probst, they finished 5th. They were locked in the dance, but post-race tech, unfortunately, got the Dairy Queen, the DQ. For Graham, it was an exhaust infraction, and it was a shock infraction for Corey Probst. Heartbreak city for those 2 drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very interesting, obviously, with those LCQs. A lot of pressure starts building up. It's going to be fun to watch. One race that was also fun to watch last night, our Sport Mod A highlights are coming right up. They had a fun race last night as well.
Top 8 going dancing Saturday night. Caution light is out. We are underway. Sport Mod A qualifier.
On time to get radioactive on the turn number 1 and 2. Going to be a pair of cars, those bitty ones in a minute.
Just gets it in here very high, right about here. Gets her slung off the top, and you can see him top of your screen.
There's 1,
2.
2. Looks like 2. Is he going to get over again? 2 full rolls.
Look at this, Jake Sacco to the number 2 spot. Off of turn number 4, it's going to be Jake Sacco to the top.
Jake Sacco on the top side sweeps around Reed.
Sacco's going to win this deal. Reitz is getting second. Franz in third. Smith is fourth.
Really fun racing like we talked about. And obviously, you know, those guys, very competitive. Track changes so much throughout the day, Ben. That's what I think I've noticed here this week. The daytime, it'll race one way. And then at nighttime, it races a different way. It's really just on and off. And these drivers have to be prepared for anything.
Well, and you use the word way. Throw in there knowing how to find a way to the front and win here. Jake Sacco, he won this event 2023, but this year he won the Harris Clash here as well as the Salute to Veterans race. This summer he has been hot, and he'd like to close out the summer on that hotness, as sounds like we might have a guest.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Coy Vlies joins us down in the infield, or should I say in the pit area. Obviously, with all the rain and everything, we've kind of been delayed a little bit. Let's see if we can catch up with Coy here. I hear him on the other end. Coy, how you doing here today?
Good.
How's the mindset here? Obviously, we're starting a little bit later. We had a little bit of rain. Does that change anything, or are you just ready to hop in the car?
I'm ready to go. Starting third in that last chance race. I think we'll be up right around when the sun goes down, and the race has been pretty good. Right when the sun goes down, day racing is just hard to keep moisture in the track, but I think we're going to have a pretty good track. It's going to be pretty racy, and starting third, top 6, just got to stay clean and race clean.
Well, Coy, you definitely know how to get the job done. You're a former champion at 141 Speedway in Francis Creek, Wisconsin last year. Also a sanctioned title in 2023 at Luxie Raceway in your native Wisconsin. 7 wins, 2025. You seem to have found some speed throughout 2025. 141, it's a tough place to win at. Luxie has been really fun to watch, too, when it's been on the IMCA TV platform. You got a good group of drivers that you compete week in, week out.
Yeah, for sure. This place is just a different animal. Boone, we have nothing kind of really like this around home, but I think we're getting better and better every time we hit the track. It's just so many good cars here, and we were lucky enough to have a little luck on our side with the draws and made both qualifiers and get enough points to start up front for that last chance race. Like I said, just got to be smart. No top 6, don't have to win it, just got to be somewhere in that top 6, and hopefully we can have a good race.
Well, and the storyline for the Carl Chevrolet IMC Northern Sport Mods for this Super National has been sort of the drivers you think that wouldn't have issues. They're having issues, but that just proves to you this event, any given night, something crazy can happen. Just because you've had a great year doesn't mean you're going to be starting the big dance. And just because you haven't had a great year doesn't, some of those guys are really rising to the top.
Yeah, for sure. There's you need to have a good car at this place, but you need to have the luck too. Like you have a bad draw and you're just behind the 8 ball right away, and you could have one bad heat race. Your week could be over real quick. Luckily enough, we've been pretty fortunate with the draws. Redraws not so much. It would have been up be up a little bit farther in the features, but I think we're in a good spot today.
Coy, you've had a really good season, 33 top 10s and 37 feature starts, but the pressure that mounts into this week, what goes into this week? Getting prepared for this week-long event and just being on your A game, considering where you've been all season long, it's actually been pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. After we wrapped up the championship at Luxie in 141, our mindset was on this week. This is a huge week. We circle this event on the calendar every year, and we obviously want to run good here and be up front and show speed.
Well, definitely cool weather for today, and we're going to see some exciting racing. But for you, looks like you've got sweatshirts all lock, stocked, and ready to sell. No doubt some great-looking merchandise that you're going to be trying to get some fans. Maybe this might be the only time all year long they get to see you.
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely try to sell some T-shirts in that B-main. I think it's going to be pretty elbows up. The track has moisture in it from that rain today, but I think we're going to have a good racing surface to be on.
I got a feeling they're going to be selling sweatshirts because it's going to be hot and heavy.
Yeah.
No pressure, right?
Yeah.
For you guys to come all the way from Casco, Wisconsin, obviously it's not just down the street. It takes a lot of money, time, and effort. Folks that you would like to thank and acknowledge for making not just this week possible with the Speedway Motors IMCA Super Nationals fueled by Casey's, but also for the entire year. Like you said, a championship-winning season, and you've been successful the last couple of years, too.
Yeah, obviously, all my sponsors, it wouldn't be possible. My dad, we were up till 3 in the morning, woke up at 7 in the morning to get the car at Harris. I can't thank Harris enough. They turned around the car. We had some stuff to fix. They welded it up, and we're getting it fine-tuned back in shape for this last chance race. I just can't thank all the great people that have been helping me along the way. It wouldn't be possible without them.
Coy, we really appreciate your time, brother, and we wish you the best of luck here today.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much to Coy Vlies. You know, we have a lot of really good racing still left on the docket, but we also have another lineup that we wanted to go through. Our sport mods still have a dance upcoming. You have a big lineup coming here. What do you think we're going to see here in this one?
Well, just like for the Sunoco IMC hobby stocks, these guys that are locked in, they have basically the rest of the week off. They will not be really racing, or at least dancing, until Saturday night. Yeah, and it's going to be filled out. Tyler Heckert, who won qualifier number 1 on Monday in the Corey and Jeannie Binge. Grooms Roofing number 42 will be paired with Jason Bannister in that middle row. The Stevenson Suspension, Stites and Double D Towing 51. And we talked about Jake Sacco, last night's winner. So your qualifier winners obviously starting on the front row. Then a pair of 75s will be in the 3 spots next to each other. Cole Succo out of Cresco, special thanks to his mom and dad and grandma and grandpa farm. While to the middle, 16-year-old Tyler Johnson from Arizona, JDJ Speed, Team Speed, sponsored 75. And Joe Reitz in the 1 junior to his outside the finish line Racing Products Beck Cattle Machine. Row 3, Michael Johnson, originally from Bakersfield, California, then spent some time in Austin, Minnesota, now calling Rose Creek home. The Otomo's Auto and Towing and Repair, Olvin's Outdoor Power 22C, grids up in position number 7. Jacob Olmstead representing Overton NE in the True Blue Collision, Runza of Cozad and Gothenburg 88J. And the Houston Trucking Timmy Current Enterprises number 33, they call him the Candyman, Jarrett Franzen, will start in position 9. Hunter Poston is going to grid up on the inside of row number 4, the Dinego Grow Seed True Farms 58. Middle will be Caleb Woodard, an upcoming talent from the state of Nebraska, and the Sorrells Auto and Truck Storage Cave 131. Mike Smith, a two-time Hobby Stock Super Nationals winner and the track champion here in 2025. He is going to roll from the outside of row number 4 in 12th in the Morrow Standard Lake City Car Wash 22X Brand X race car. Brayton Carter, Speedy Bray, the 01 Ibach Springs Mid-State Machine out of Oskaloosa. It's going to be fun to see what he can do coming from the inside of row number 5. And a pair of Olsons will be alongside him in the middle. Tony Olson, the Castle Motors, Teledig Communications T23, and Kyle Olson and the Dave & Sons Excavating DS Disposal. The K3 will be on the outside of that 5th row, rolling from 15th. Colby Langenberg got 6th in Q1 on Monday. And the Don Lau Farms Pettit Plumbing and Heating Air Conditioning 1C. Joe Dosickle from Dysert, the 12D, and the Dirt Hustler Racing Chassis. Brock Wilson of Trier Liquid Growers in the middle of row 6 and starting 18th. Derek Murphy making the journey from Colorado. Looking at the final 2 rows that are locked in so far. Hunter Longnecker, the Iowa Countertops Tomcat Performance 93 out of Woodard, running the GRT by BHE chassis, starts row number 7 inside. Jake Newsom from the west side of the state of Iowa and the Tease Farms. Cody Thompson Racing 423 Razor will start in the middle. And starting 21st, Rage Chassis, Leading Edge Builders, the sponsorships for the 117 Dylan Van Wyck. Final row, the drivers that got the Close Shave Awards in Qs 1 through 3. Taylor Cool, originally out of Cave Creek, Arizona, now living in the Ames area. The Soda Sense Ultimate Equipment Rentals 2K. Will Wolf, the Conservative Car Sales Unlimited Sports Solutions 7W. And the Clock Motorsports Botcher Farms 06. Alec Fett will be the final driver so far. That's 22, 23, 24 as the same case for the Hobby Stocks and LCQ with the top 6. We'll get in.
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable how many cars, how many drivers are here not just this week, but have chances to win. We've been rolling since Saturday. We started with the prelude. Our production team here with IMCA TV has been working on a little something, a little documentary, if you will. Here's a preview of what we've got rolling starting from Saturday.
It's a blast here. It's a big party. It's a fun, it brought the camper. We hang out with all our friends, Where else can you have people from California, Pennsylvania, Canada, Texas, all hang out, drink a beer, eat a sandwich, whatever, and talk about it, and all go home 1,000 miles away at the end of the weekend.
If somebody didn't know racing, I'd say it'd be like the biggest festival you could ever think of, but thousands of race cars all week long.
There's nothing like it. It's probably the greatest racing event. I mean, you got, 1,159 cars, pre-registered. You're not gonna get that anywhere else. And it's the best of the best, so that's why you just need to get here.
So we have, I believe tonight, 69 scheduled races for 654 laps for night 1 of 8.
That doesn't, hot laps.
Doesn't include the hot laps. Look at this, we got race cars.
Here we go. Go closer over there by the coppers. Wow, how'd that dude hit that light pole?
Holy
I wonder if
majiminy.
he tried to back out or
I have no idea, but this is a
at a
first.
full rate of speed, perhaps.
Yeah. And yeah, so this is why the camper people are, we can't get in to get our camp. Oh, there's a state trooper there too.
Keep your eye on the 46 car. That is Dylan Rafferty, 4 times the finish. Oh, look out, what upside down. The front straightaway. Holy cow, the 73, I believe.
Cole Paul hard upside down. We go right to the red. Track crew is going to go check on him. That's number 3 or 4 upside down for him this year.
Cole Paul here, the Sourman Trucking car sound number 73, taking a nasty tumble there. First of all, you all right?
I'm good.
Top 10 going to the big dance tomorrow night. It's a feature, it's a qualifier. You're on your feet like Super Nationals tradition. Everybody up, wave them to the green flag, and here we go. 25 laps is the distance.
Red flag. Upside down in turns 1 and 2. Wow.
The 9 car upside down hard in turn 1 and 2. Fire and safety on their way.
There he is out of the car.
Now Randy Bryan on the outside. White's out, 1 to go.
Barber now trying to challenge the inside of Keltner for the race lead. Keltner going to hold him at bay as they work off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. It's Keltner, it's Barber, 1 and 2. They'll work low down through turns 3 and 4. Off of 4, checkers fly. Dan Keltner got it done. No, Garrett Barber by 3/1000ths of a second. Wow, pulls off the pass and will roll from the pole of tomorrow night's Mod Light Dance. What a finish.
Wow.
A-main qualifier number 2. Freeberg and McDowell will bring the field to life this time off of turn number 4.
25 circuits, just like the first one, going to be the distance. Top 10 moving to the A-main. Oh, Austin Gray about dumped it in front of the field. The 722 of McDowell, the 46 of Rafferty. Taking a look from the AFCO drone. Oh, what a shot! Holy cow! Down the front straightaway. Freeberg's going to hold on after McDowell hammered the teeth off of him.
Wow.
Into turn 3 and 4.
29/1000ths of a second. Man, what another finish.
Freeberg, McDowell, Rafferty, Padilla.
Awesome stuff from our production team here at IMCA TV. We hope you'd enjoyed it. You can check out a lot more on our website and on all of our social media pages, really. So really cool stuff. A high shot above Boone Speedway here at the Super Nationals. You can see a little bit muddy, still trying to get a couple things done. So that gives us a chance to go back to the pits, and Chris Morris joins us down there in the pit area. Chris, boy, what a wild day. What a wild week it's been so far. What's the mindset going into a day like this where we're starting a little bit later? Track might be a little bit different, but it seems like the sun's finally coming out.
Yeah, it seems like the track crew's doing a good job of getting the track to come in, and hopefully the sun will stay out for a little bit and make for a racy track.
Well, maybe you brought that Texas sunshine with you, and maybe not the Texas heat, but the Texas sunshine.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little bit cooler here, so it's a nice change of scenery.
Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, your first time doing double duty for Super Nationals. Obviously, Friesen Performance IMCA Modifieds have had a lot of success, won the South Texas IMCA Modified Series last year, but Sunoco IMCA Stock Car doing the double.
Yeah, we actually ran my father-in-law's stock car here last year. We got a brand new Sniper this year, got a couple nights in it, so really happy with how it's been, and hopefully we have some good luck in it.
Well, you know, Chris, you're a very inspirational story with your life, and obviously success on the racetrack, but inspiration off of the racetrack. Maybe there's some folks watching on IMCA TV. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. You know, you guys have been working a lot, and you're probably going crazy in the studio. But your story for motorcycle racing, and then you having your injury. I mean, if you want to shed some light on some of those details, because I think it's a beautiful story.
Yeah, you know, I grew up racing dirt bikes. Started when I was 4, raced all the way up till I was 20. Had my Supercross license, all that, and went to Loretta's and everything, which is the biggest amateur national you can make it to. Got hurt about 3 months before I was supposed to have my Supercross debut on a practice track back home. And came up short on a jump, went over the bars, and the bike hit me and broke my back. And about 2 years later, we had a friend that introduced us to dirt track racing, and man, just fell in love with it after that. And traded one of my last dirt bikes for a modified, and here we are now, I guess 9 years later.
Well, we definitely got to know each other pretty well over the last few years. Obviously, a regular with the IMCA TV Winter Nationals when it's been ran in Arizona. And for folks wondering, well, how exactly does it work that you drive? I mean, describe that.
So I kind of got my idea from an airboat where they have this lever for steering. So we took a dirt bike clutch lever, mounted it to that lever. So I used the clutch lever for my gas. And then I just push forward on the rod for the brake. We've got another rod tied to it, to the brake pedal, so it's just a direct link to it. And so we took our design, and then when David built my first lethal, he kind of refined it a little bit, made it a little simpler and easier to use. And we made a couple more tweaks since then. Kind of had some custom machine rods made, and just to get more comfortable, and seems to work really well for me, and that's just kind of what we came up with ourselves.
Chris, running one car this week is already tough enough as it is, but running 2 cars seems just like a lot more. What goes into a week like this, preparing to run both, and then, you know, just making it happen out on the racetrack and making sure you're competitive in both?
We brought some help this year. Keith White's here helping us, so that's going to be a big help, having an extra set of hands in the pits. You know, when it's just me and my dad, and it's a little tough, especially with my wife racing and her dad's helping her on her car. So it can get busy in the pits real quick. We try and prepare the best we can at home and have everything ready that we need to, as far as spares and everything ready before we even get here. So at least with the spare set of hand, it'll help us for sure to make sure we stay on top of adjustments and everything.
Well, and something to note that's really super special, I think, for your case. You mentioned your wife, Brenda, and obviously her dad, Mike. It's super cool that you guys go to all these places, whether it's in your native Texas, here at Super Nationals, or wherever you guys decide to travel, and it just seems to be like a weekend getaway or a vacation with race cars.
Oh, yeah, for sure. One thing's for sure, when you go racing with Mike Kirby, you won't go hungry.
Well, folks that you want to thank real quick for helping you, because you've got a lot of great folks. Obviously, it takes an army to get one car ready, but then you got 2.
Yeah, I mean, I got to thank all my sponsors, my wife, my mom, my dad, my sister, her husband, Colton, Disabled Outdoors. They're new from last year. I'm super glad to have them on board. It's kind of a real cool gig that they do. They take people with disabilities out hunting and get them in the outdoors. So something that I enjoy and that I'm passionate about as well, the outdoors. And Tina Reagan Realty, Sunrise Concrete Pumping, Austin Ready Mix, Austin Spice Distributors, Weir's Machine, all those guys over there, they're awesome. David with Lethal Chassis. Man, there's so many. ACM Services, AMT Concrete, Austin Cutting and Coring. Man, just everybody that's helped us get here this year, can't thank them enough.
Well, Chris, we appreciate your time and wish you the best of luck here the rest of this week.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Chris Morris joining us down in the pit area. Really cool stuff. We have racers from all across the United States, but we also have some from Australia. Here's an interview talking with one of those drivers who's here racing.
You know, the global footprint of the IMCA Speedway Motors Super Nationals fueled by Casey's continues to grow. We had Dave Donegan here last year, and this year there's 3 Aussies. And what I'm hoping is going forward, that will continue to increase, because I got to tell you, there's nothing on the planet like Super Nationals here in Boone, Iowa. I caught up with Donners, Causa, and Nath to talk about why this is such a special place. This is so cool. I just love the idea that there's now 3 of us. Hopefully next year, I don't know, maybe 4. Maybe 10. Donna's, this is your second tour of duty in Super Nationals. These guys had no idea what was coming. You did. How do you explain Super Nationals?
The excitement of Super Nationals is just so big, and the racing's just awesome. The atmosphere is just incredible. Yeah, we're racing in America. It's just amazing, and I don't know, all year I've been waiting to come back and just be a part of it again and meet the people that we met last year and yeah, just try and go better, yeah.
So in Australia, the biggest word you can have is nationals. This is Super Nationals. But when you think about it, it really is like 1,100 entries.
Yeah. So last year, I think I beat myself up a little bit by going pretty bad. We had a pretty crappy last year, but with 320 entries, you sort of got to relive that a little bit and go, well, you know, just try and get what you can out of the day and just move forward a little bit each time. And that's incredible. 320 entries in your class for that week is just unbelievable.
So if Corey had said to you, what do I expect? Because Nathan said that to me. What would you have told him before this?
Expect to get bashed up. That's how I felt.
Can you explain that? It's not in a violent way, although that can happen too.
Just everyone's just going for the same piece of real estate, and I think because it is a nationals, everyone just goes that little bit extra harder on the track. So the racing wise was, yeah, be prepared to get pushed around a little bit.
Corey, how did this happen for you? How did you end up at Super Nationals?
So, believe it or not, I got hooked up with a guy just playing World of Outlaws on PlayStation. Just built a really good friendship with him, and somehow it managed to put me in the States racing. Was here last year, just sort of testing the waters. Car we had wasn't real great. And then we sort of said, right, we're coming back next year. We're going to have some better equipment. We'll have a better run at it. And well, I decided to come to Supernats because I heard about the atmosphere over here and what it was like. And I was like, that needs to be experienced.
When you come down the highway out the front and you first see either the lights or you just see the pits, it looks like it's a different city, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Like, so I come here a couple of weeks before Super Nationals to Harris Clash, and we got here late for that. And when you look out over the pit area coming down the highway and just seeing the sheer amount of cars is wild. Like, to put it in perspective for the guys at home, where we're pitted is roughly 1 kilometre from where you drive onto the track.
Nath, you asked me, you know, what do I expect? And I think I just said to you at the time, I don't know what to tell you, mate. It's going to blow your mind.
Pretty much. That was your exact words, and that was my exact reaction. Same thing when we drove in, when we picked the RV up and drove in, just before you even see the pits, just the vans, like the RVs and trailers parked everywhere. That was the first thing that blew my mind. It was amazing.
So more than the racing, more than the geography, the people is what brings me back here. I wish that the world saw this America.
Yeah.
And I often tell Americans that it's a different view of America from outside. But Don, as you know, you've been touring quite a bit with Renee now around here. I don't think there's more friendly people in the world than Midwestern Americans.
Oh, you're right. You know, like we've had a few dramas with cars along the way, and we've had to change engines, and we've had to fix frames, and we've had to, you know, work on cars, and everyone's the same. I feel like we're in Australia, you know, the racing family is really strong, and when you come to America, the racing family is almost the same. Everyone's here to help you out, and you know, wherever you go, someone wants to give you a hand or shake your hand and thank you for coming out. You know, like they understand. Most people understand that it's a 16, 17 hour flight to get here, let alone get yourself prepared to race a car, and they're so welcoming wherever you go. It's incredible.
And so polite too, Corey. It's like, hey, can we get a picture? Hey, do you mind if we get a picture? Like just the way that they're very respectful You know what I mean? Like they don't know too much about it. Hey, have you ever seen a kangaroo? You know, that. Do you drink Fosters? All that stuff. But I'm sure you felt that, the kindness of these people, Corey.
Yeah, like when something goes wrong over here, as Donna said, it's the racing scene over here is like one big family, and everyone will help out and pitch in if they need to. Especially for the guys that do travel a long way, they will go a long way to make sure that they stay racing. The racing family is really good at home, but I feel like over here it's sort of next level. Like, you know, Donna's, for instance, they opened up Paris Racing to get him ready to come here.
Nath, CZ.
Yeah.
It was a video Zoom call.
Yeah.
When you met him.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, can we put this together? And they just, not only that, what a hot rod.
Yeah.
The thing's gorgeous.
Yeah. Absolute badass. This thing. I feel like a local now. Like you said, the Zoom call was. I rang my wife straight after it, and I said, I think it's a go. Like, it sounds like it's a go, but I'm not like 110% because they're just so easy, laid back people, right? Yep. So it took me a few hours to go, okay, it's definitely happening. Let's book the flights and get it all happening. But yeah, the CZ crew are just amazing. Even the crew chief was, when I first got here, he said, sit in it. I want you to sit in it for half an hour, and I want you to tell me everything you want me to change, like seat padding, steering wheel, like the whole deal. It was just there was no job too small, and yeah, they're just amazing people.
So what would you say is different about racing here in the United States versus back in Australia?
I could go first there and answer that. I think the races in general are just probably 10 steps ahead of us. You know, they're so cluey, they're so advanced on their technology. They race a lot. You know, we might race 15 to 20 times a year. They're racing 100 upwards. It's second nature to them. They're always in the seat. Most guys here have got 2 cars or 3 cars to choose from. But other than the racing, Boone itself is just so amazing, as in the technology and the infrastructure they've got here. You know, they prep the track every 10 races with about 12 bits of equipment on the track, and you've just got these amazing announcers that bounce off each other, and there's plenty of history there, you know, with the announcers, and they know how to keep the crowd going. And then you've got this Aussie bullshitter in the middle that sort of interviews a few people and comes up with a bit of crap along the way. But that's Boone. It's just incredible.
The packing, like the dirt doctor, Rob, just boom. The track prep's done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
One hot lap session straight after. I watched you hot lap the stock car last night. And that's what you do.
Yep.
And then 10 heats in a row. And racey from the top to the bottom, Nate. Like, there's no track in Australia that can do that. And I'm not disrespectful to Aussies, but it's next level.
Yeah. Without disrespecting the track guys back home, that was the first thing I noticed when we saw the track prep, how quick it was, and it's religious. Like every 10 heats, it happens, and it's spot on. Even when you go out for hot laps in what we call the grease, it's not that bad. Like, it's actually not that bad. It's pretty good even compared to home. So yeah.
And you got the school buses full of kids doing
that's awesome.
packing the track in.
Yeah.
Sport mod for you.
Yeah.
Why sport mod, and explain to people what that is.
So sort of the main reason we went with the sport mod is when I looked at what was racing over here, like I hadn't looked a whole lot into the IMCA stuff until it was time to come over here. It was one of the sort of bigger, more budget-friendly divisions around here. Like this week, we had 192 cars check in.
Check in, I like that.
Yeah.
Check in.
So it was one of the bigger, more budget-friendly ones. That stuff didn't seem to get tore up in quite frequently. Obviously, when you come to Boone, it's Boone. Everyone knows how many cars are here. They know how hard they've got to drive to try and make the dance, and everyone wants to be in the dance because why wouldn't you? Like, and pretty much they're the front end of an IMCA or an old style IMCA with no coilovers, with a 9-inch rear and a 3-link rear suspension. So that's sort of the easiest way to explain them.
Simple.
Yeah. They're simple. They're simple, but so complicated at the same time. But yeah.
The modified for you, Nath, that's the deep end of the pool, mate.
Yeah.
Like straight in.
I really wish you had to pre-warn me a little bit more before I come over here and race one of these things. These are bad compared to what we have at home. So coming from an IMCA at home and only knowing that, to jump from that to this with the 4-bar rear end and a few extra ponies under the hood was a real, let's put it this way, the first hot laps I went out there and went down the back straight, it was a real eye-opener. Like it really sort of went, oh, what have I got myself into? But I've slowly become more and more comfortable with the car and the speed, because this being a 3rd-mile track, we don't have a track like this on the eastern seaboard that's this long either. So the speeds we're getting to are a lot more than what
wide.
And wide, yeah.
God, it's so wide, isn't it?
The banking.
Yeah. Like you can be in the middle of the track and still get around pretty quick. So yeah, it's a big eye opener, but yeah, wouldn't change it for the world. It's awesome.
So boys, it's a big thing to do this. It's not easy. You don't just roll in and rent a street stock for $200 and go to Mildura, right? This is a big deal. Yeah. What advice, Corey, to start with, would you give Aussies that should? Because I think they should do this. This is a bucket list item.
You just need to try and make the connections over here. Like everyone over here is that nice. If it's something you want to do, just start reaching out to people on social media. Try and build, or even online gaming, things like that. Just try and build that connection to where you have the opportunity to even come over and crew for someone. Just the hardest part about coming over here is getting your foot in the door to get here. Because everyone over here is really accepting and nice about it. Like, they love the Aussies. Everywhere I've been, I don't think I've ever had anyone not happy that I was there. So Donna's has probably had the same.
It's very humbling.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredibly humbling the way that the respect and the kindness that we get treated. I think that's what I wanted to mostly cover today. And that racetrack is phenomenal. But Brett Root and the whole team at IMCA, they're just so incredibly respectful. It makes me very emotional when they play our anthem.
Yeah.
They've got our flag up on the packer with an inflatable flamingo, Donna's. It's
that's huge. Yeah.
Next level, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's there's only 2 tracks that really play the national anthem, US 30. Yeah. They're pretty good at it, and definitely Boone. You're right. When the anthem comes on, I'm a shocker. I get emotional as buggery, I love my country, and it's a massive part of, and they show the respect of being here. But yeah, I think just to, go on to what you just said there about reaching out, maybe if the Aussies reached out to one of us, because we sort of got a bit of a following now, and we know a lot of people and doing networking, and there's and I get asked all the time, is there anyone else that wants to come out to race out here? You obviously got to commit and got to work hard and get the funds together to get it together, but it's just an amazing experience. So it's
if you've got the opportunity, don't pass it up. Like we've got an 18-month-old, so the initial thought was maybe we couldn't do it, but we've just made everything happen. We just turned everything inside out and emptied the piggy bank out, and we're here and having the best time ever. And
we've got a good credit card.
It's maxed. It's maxed out. But hey, America, thank you.
Hey, Boone, thank you.
Hey, IMCA, thank you.
Man, that is just really cool stuff from our Australian friends.
Well, I got a chance to do an interview on IMC.com with Nathan Tompkins, and he was excited to come over. They spent a couple days in Southern California playing tourist with his young family, and now it's the work shift of this American tour, and it's so great to see. Like Wade said, it was 1 a couple years ago. Now it's went to 3. I mean, with the former motorsports that you announced, there's a lot of folks from Australia that live in the U.S.
Yeah, it's so cool. I mean, it's just really neat, and it's a big community, and that's a big community that you see on your screen right now. Just a very big shot of what we're seeing here in Boone, and yes, that is the sun. The sun's starting to peek out just a little bit. Track prep continues. We have another interview coming down here in the pit area. Troy Morris III is on tap with us here. Troy, boy, what a wild day so far it has been, man. I mean, just the rain and the rain that we had this morning, the track prep happening right now. What has been this whole day from your perspective? Are you ready to go racing or not?
I tell you what, the little bit of delay is just making me more nervous and more ready and more giddy. You look forward to this race all year long, and you get to sit around for 2 days and watch the sport mods and the hobbies. So it's definitely made me more nervous. Now we don't really know what the track's gonna do. The Boone prep crew is just a professional. They're magic men with the dirt, but we're gonna set up the best way we can for what we got. Just pay attention to the stock cars, and I woke up this morning freezing cold with a hoodie, but now the sun's shining. I think it's gonna be a great day.
Well, Troy, you've spent a lot of time in the state of Iowa, specifically this year. You've came in the past. You got yourself a big win at Marshalltown on April 4th during one of the Iowa Frostbusters, and you spent the majority of your racing season here in the state of Iowa, and that is hopefully going to, I imagine for you guys, it's going to hope and play an advantage for this year's Speedway Motors IMCA Super Nationals fueled by Casey's.
Yeah, I really hope so. We were really fast earlier this year at the IMCA TV Winter Nationals, and then the Frostbuster at Marshalltown, we were really good. And then I was actually really good here for the Frostbuster too, and just ran into a little bit of bad luck. And honestly, I've been chasing my tail ever since. That Marshalltown win was my last win of the season. It's just been a long one. Moving back and forth from California, starting a new business over in Waterloo. Racing has been a little bit on the down low for me this year, but the prelude went pretty smooth. Started off pretty good. Won the heat race by a lot of margin, and then felt decent in the feature. But the feature really helped me learn what I need to do for this week. So we kind of just put my car back to where it was last year when I won this race on Friday, and I think we're going to be pretty good. With no hot laps today and stuff like that, we're going out blind, but thankfully we got that session in last night. And, I kind of thought racing with these Iowa guys all year I'd have an advantage, but I'm still just as nervous as I am every year, even coming from California to race this big old race.
Well, I was going to say, Bakersfield, California, that's where you and your family are from, and now relocated, Waterloo, Cedar Falls sort of area. Tell us about that story and the decision to make that move.
Yeah, we growing up in California, everybody knows you can only race in California so long before you have to move to the Midwest somewhere if you want to make a career in racing. You look at guys in the sprint car world did it, guys in the modified world did it. Ethan Dotson from Bakersfield came out here, and look at where he's at now. And guys like Cody Laney and Tim Ward and Chaz Baca, Ricky Thornton all come from the West Coast, and they come out here and try to make a living out of this. So I knew I had to from the time I started racing, but the decision to move to the Cedar Valley, Waterloo area was because of Jeff Ike. I got to stay out here with him for a summer, and they're just really good friends of ours, basically family now. And we wanted to be close to him, and it's a really good part of Iowa. We absolutely love where we're at. It's gorgeous. There's good people down there, and that was a great place to start our business. And I've just loved every second of moving to this state. I'm not looking forward to the winter. I'm not going to lie. I might go back to the West Coast for the winter time, find somebody's house to stay at.
Gonna have to snowbird.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be like one of those old guys. We're going to just, we're just going to hibernate. Or not hibernate, migrate.
There you go.
But, I plan on maybe wintering a little bit in Arizona, running some races down there at the end of the year, early of the year. We're trying to go to the Clash on the Coast this year with Peyton Taylor doing that. That's a race I've had on my bucket list for a while. So I was talking to him earlier today, and we're trying to make it work. But, just there's a lot that goes into planning these things. And with the way my schedule works, you can never pin me down. So we're just loving every second of it is what we're doing.
Well, this new business venture that you're talking about, tell us about that.
Yeah, Troy Sandwiches. My dad, from the time he was, I don't even know, he's always talked about starting a restaurant. He's always had a love for food, and my dad can cook. I'm biased, obviously, but, I'm pretty picky when it comes to good food, and my dad's really good at it. So we have high standards and high quality for all our stuff. We're parked right across the street at Walmart. We'll be parked right outside tomorrow, so make sure you guys go stop by. It's the best sandwiches in the world, I promise you. But it's, it's just something that he's always wanted to do. We found this really cool giant building in Waterloo that we turned into a restaurant, and it's kind of funny. It's a restaurant in the front, and I got my race cars in the back, so I get to do it all in one, and then we go home every night when we're done. So it's just been one of my dad's dreams he's had for a long time, and he plans on expanding it.
Well, that's super cool. Well, I know Blake, I can attest. What I got the Philly cheesesteak, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
We had catering from Choice Sandwiches the other day.
Yeah.
What did you get?
I had a burger. The burger was great. I know you put sandwich in there, but burger. I had a burger. It was great.
We've had plenty of good reviews. I'm glad you guys like that. I was even talking to Ryan behind the camera here, and he said his Troy burger was pretty good too.
Production was even in our ear saying, "Hey, are we going to have another Troy sandwich run?" We'll see.
Hey, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. You just got to let me know.
And Blake, he was even texting me before I came out here. He might want to be a guest driver analyst too.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Troy, we appreciate your time, man. We wish you the best of luck today here when we get racing here in just a little bit, and we'll make sure to stop by and get some more sandwiches.
Yeah, stop by, get some sandwiches, and if you need some driver analyst guy, I got you. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Troy. That's Troy Morris III, and that is going to wrap it just for a little bit. We're going to step aside for a quick break. There's still more track prep coming, so on the other side, we'll get you back to more racing action in a second. You're watching IMCA TV.
Rev up your passion for dirt track racing with Performance Bodies and Parts. Founded in 1980 in a 3-stall garage, we've become a powerhouse with a massive 55,000 square foot facility in Cedar Falls, Iowa. From the beginning, it was selling stock car body panels. Now we've evolved into the one-stop shop for everything you need to build and upgrade your race car. We stock over 12,000 products from over 100 manufacturers, assuring you have the access to the highest quality parts. We take pride in delivering the best customer service in the industry. Our dedicated team of experts is here to help you, whether you're a seasoned racer or just starting out. Our sales team isn't just knowledgeable, they're racers themselves. With the understanding of the thrill of the track, they'll do their best to get you back in the race as soon as possible. And here's the best part, our world-famous same-day shipping. If it's in our catalog, it's in our warehouse. Performance Bodies and Parts, where passion meets performance. Your journey to victory starts here by calling us today at 1-800-RACING-1 or visiting online at performancebodies.com.
Paul with B&B Racing Chassis. Paul, good to see you here on Vendor Row. It's been busy all this week, but you got some great chassis on display. Can you explain to us a little bit what you have on display here so far?
Yeah, we always bring down, we sponsor the All-Star race for the stock car class, so then we have our one chassis here that we give away to the winners, so whoever gets that. I think we crunched the numbers on that. That's valued at, I think, right around $9,400. So that's actually going to be a nice payday for that. They either get to decide whether they want to keep it or if they want to auction it off at the end of the race. So that's always going to be cool to see. And then right behind me here is one of our brand new 2026 IMCA hobby stocks. We got a cool little brake assembly that we made for them this year that we make in-house, and we sell those onto the side. And then up in front of us up there, that's one of our 2026 IMCA stock cars. So kind of cool. We build everything in-house and do everything ourselves and build everything under one roof. So it's kind of a neat thing to do, and it's always fun to come down here to the Super Nationals and show off our stuff and watch our race cars and watch everybody compete. It's always a good week.
You know, what goes into an event like this for you guys, building up to an event like this and being here on a week-long day?
It's actually crazy. When I seen when they're having that, when Jonathan Logue was putting out that deal with the video, we should have jumped on board with that, because like we've been on the chip at the shop. We've been hitting the rev limiter for the last 4 weeks straight. I mean, we pretty much dedicate the whole month of August to making everything, getting everything finalized, building the cars and doing all that stuff. We made kind of a cool display for Speedway here to show off that new Speedway frame. So yeah, it takes an army of people. It's, you know, sometimes I get to be the guy in front of everybody making it look like I'm the only guy doing all this, but yeah, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that take care of all this stuff and make it all happen.
What's the best way people can get in contact with you if they can't make it here or they're watching on TV?
They can get a hold of us either on Facebook or I want to give out my website. We don't have that going yet. That's been under construction for a while, but they can get a hold of us on Facebook or, you know, call the shop at 952-873-6261.
Paul, we appreciate your time. Have fun this week.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the 43rd Annual Speedway Motors IMCA Super Nationals, fueled by Casey's. We are here once again in the JE Pistons Manly Performance Studio. Blake Walker, Ben Dethridge, and a special guest, Peyton Taylor, with the IMCA TV Clash on the Coast. Peyton, thank you so much for joining us. Boy, I could use a beach right now. I tell you what, this cold weather here today, a little bit cooler moving in. You have got something awesome coming up here in February, and we appreciate you joining us here today.
Well, thank y'all for having us. We're always love coming up to Boone, getting to hang out with you guys. It's always fun, and you know what IMCA TV and IMCA and the whole Boone staff's put together here, and you know it's just a testament to how good this sanction really is, and we're happy to be a part of it. We're happy to have a speed week off, all on the Emerald Coast, so we're happy about that. It's a fun time, and it's good for us to come up here. Of course, I love racing the Super Nationals, but, you know, now that we've took on the promoter role, it's better for us to come up here, visit with all these race teams, try and invite them to come down and be a part of something we feel like is coming to be a crown jewel event for the IMCA division, and we're excited about it. I got here yesterday about noon, and I brought 300 flyers, so I got all the inside pit except for the back over there by the road. So if I didn't get you a flyer, you can get on our Facebook page, Clash on the Coast. Check it out. The outside the gate, there's just a lot of cars here. There's a lot of foot traffic.
It's down to the corn line, pretty much.
Have mercy.
Even the RVs.
We need the combines to come out and start taking out a little bit more.
You pull up and you're like, well, are them campers? No, them's racers. I mean, like, it is really a lot to take in. Like, and to run this many races and to endure the rain and the weather, and you know, I know when we went from 50 racers the first year on the Clash on the coast to 150 racers, everybody's like, "Oh man, that's awesome! You got all them cars." Well, let me explain something. It is awesome, but that's 3 times the chewings you take. So there's a lot that comes with it, you know. But it's fun. I really enjoy this role, and you know, we just try to do everything right. We always want to make our event better. So we've added Josh and Colton. You know, they do a lot of this stuff up here with the Super Nationals, and, you know, they help navigate a lot of this, and they're really consistent on their calls and stuff. And I feel like the people that come down and support us, they deserve that. And, you know, it's just each year we try to make our event a little bit better. Another thing we've always did, like, I'm wild. I like trying doing new stuff. So a couple of years ago we did the Chassis Challenge. And we thought that was going to be a good deal. It just never really got the traction. That may have been on me for not really doing it properly. Then we did the Australian Pursuit. Tire Demon wanted to do that. Tim loved that. They've got a great product. They've always helped us. And we tried that, and it just didn't really get enough traction. So we're changing things up this year. No smoke and mirrors. We ain't doing no hidden shows, no crazy stuff. We're going to go down to Florida and Alabama. We're going to race on the Emerald Coast. We're going to practice Saturday at Northwest Florida Speedway. We're going to race Sunday. We're going to race Monday at Northwest Florida Speedway, Sunday, Monday. We're going to take 2 days off this year. So I'm learning that racers don't just come for the money. They come for a good time. And
Sure.
that's what we're about. You know, we may not be here for a long time. We're going to be here for a good time. We're here for a good time.
Well, first time I ever met you, you were in your Slim Chicken suit back in 2022. And
That's
you
one
said,
of my finer moments.
if I'm not going to be in the show, I'm going to be the show.
That's right. And I don't know anybody's ever drove a motorcycle in chicken soup, but it's hard as hell driving one with chicken
I don't
feet
know if
on.
I've ever seen it.
But yeah, so we've kind of changed some stuff up with the Clash on the Coast, and we're Clash on the Coast. I messed it up, but
hey,
Clash
it's
on the
okay.
Coast. So Tuesday night, after we get done at Northwest Florida Speedway in Baker, Florida, we're going to have a Clash Bash deck party. Now, we did this last year. We had 105 racers there. It's pretty electric, really fun. At Andy D's, February 24th, 7 p.m., really good time right there on the beach.
Good grouper.
Great grouper.
The grouper nuggets.
Oh, my gosh. Andy D has got some real good food. He's a real good guy. Like, he'll come out and visit the racers. And, you know, they support us, so we support them. So that's Tuesday night. Wednesday night, we've got beachside karaoke at the dock.
Oh.
So the dock is in Pensacola Beach. So Andy D's is in Navarre Beach. The dock is in Pensacola Beach, and we're going to have a beachside karaoke contest there. And I ain't really locked in on anything, but I'm probably going to do like $250 for the best singer, $250 for the worst singer. You really get them people going. And I've been practicing. I've been working on Josie's on a vacation. I
There
feel
you
like
go.
that's my go-to.
I heard the first couple notes.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out. I think the check's half written.
Oh, yeah. So we've got that. And then also on the 2 days, we did this last year with a bunch, and we did the Cruise Orange Beach Dolphin Cruise. And that was one of the funnest things we did all
I
week.
believe it.
We thought we was going to get in there and just sit down on a pew and ride around. And Scooter got up there and he's like, "All right, hey, it's fixing to be on here." So, like, we got up, walked around. I think there's some frosty beverages floating around, but it was a really good time. Got to see a lot of dolphins swim and stuff. The kids was having fun. The wives was having fun. The girlfriends was having fun. It was just a good time. So they'll be offering that both days on the day off. They'll have it all week, actually. But we just want to try and make sure everybody, when they come down there, that they leave making memories. They have fun. They get, some of them, you know, a lot of people's going to leave with some money. You know,
Sure.
Each purse this year pays. So we've added sport mods, so we're excited about that. And so each night, I think the purse is roughly $74.50 per division. And that's strong to do 3 divisions each night. So we hope we get a good crowd. The racing down there has been really good. We're excited about it. And I just think when people cross over, they get down there close to the beach, they smell that salt water. It just puts them in good mood. It's good energy.
Sure. Well, and I was telling you before we went on air, I went this year, and I had an incredible time because your mantra of the event of we're here to have a good time, racing just so happens to take place. I remember, talking to my fiance every morning on like a couple mile walk on the beach, and getting all the sights and sounds and everything, and just enjoyable. And it just so happens, then you go in the later afternoon, it's not, all right, you guys need to be here at 9 a.m. We're going all day, all night, and you're not going to get to do anything. And folks were taking, there's the aquarium, the zoo, the museums. I mean, very historic. I didn't get a chance, but I'm putting it Fort Pickens on Santa Rosa Island. I gotta see that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's an awesome place. We've been there several times. The golfing down there, when you golf, I mean, it's pretty awesome. So we just want everybody to come, have a good time, and we're excited about it. I did find out from Kate Ogle. I interviewed him a while ago, and he was talking. I said, "What's your favorite favorite 3 things about the Clash on the Coast?" I think he said the weather. He said the beach, and he said flounders. He said, Flounders has a specialty drink. I said, well, what's a specialty drink? I said, diesel fuel, because that's their main drink.
Oh, yeah.
He said, no, I think it's called a hooker. And I said, what? So, where's his trailer? And his wife was just dying laughing. And I said, would you like a hooker? I said, Chad, you want a hooker? And he's like, well, you got to ask my wife.
Isn't that they went there because we had rain that one practice, right? And they all went and partook in the local beverages.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you, if you get down there and you do partake in the local beverage selection, be careful because them things they are serious.
Well, what goes into an event like this? Because it sounds like the planning, you guys are you're thinking of ideas. You're trying to get things planned out. When it starts in February, when are you planning for the next one? Is it pretty much right after?
I'll be honest, I'm actually looking at stuff the entire time I'm there. Anything I can do, whether it be from parking, which Belinda, Margaret, they do a great job on parking. They do all the parking here. So, like, anybody can handle this up here, they can handle that.
Sure.
But we look at everything, parking, how do we need to structure the event? We watch other streams. We watch everything, to try and build this up. We want this to be, a top 3 IMCA event. And we're working our butt off on it. And every year we try to figure out what we can do to make it better. And we're all the time, my wife has a lot to do with it. She puts the shot collar on me quite a bit. If not, I would be in bad trouble. But
with fully charged batteries.
Yes. So she didn't get to come up with me this week, so I had to do a quick trip, turn around, and I want to thank her. I want to thank all of our staff, and I want to thank y'all at IMCA TV. It's just we're excited about it. 2026. February 21st, February 28th, Emerald Coast. Pack it up. We'll see you there.
It's a super cool event, and it really showcases those drivers in the DeVilbiss Racing Eastern region, too, whether they're from Florida. And the Michigan drivers in both divisions were definitely the ones that really were fast. And it's super cool to see that region is kind of the spot. They're Super Nationals for the Eastern region.
Yeah, absolutely. Peyton, we appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much. We're going to take a break here on IMCA TV, and we are going to see racing on the other side. So we'll be right back in just a few moments for racing here at the Super Nationals.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to day number 3 of the Speedway Motors IMCA Super Nationals, fueled by Casey's. Mother Nature came to play this morning about 7 a.m., gave us about 6 or 7 tenths of an inch of rain. The Dirt Doctor got a little nap in, and then he found his favoriteest tool that he hates to use, the jet dryer. The jet dryer came to the racetrack, and we're scheduled for about a 1 o'clock start. Just a little behind schedule, but racetrack has rolled on in, and we are moments away from getting things ready here tonight or this afternoon into this evening for modifieds and stock cars, Ryan.
We have another record-setting day here at Super Nationals. 530 new entries signed in today. All-time high total car count, 1,123 entries at this year's Super Nationals, beating last year's record-setting number by 87. So we have an incredibly great car count, including a new record for stock cars, 287. In addition, 243 IMCA Modifieds. We have a full slate of events scheduled for you here on this Wednesday.
Yes, so for those of you watching a little live on Facebook, got time to head on out right now and purchase up tonight's broadcast. So we thank you for being tuned in for our pre-race show there from the studio with Blake and Ben, and we are moments away from getting race action started here at Boone.